A good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend,
And I am Tyrus, your other black friend.
and this is the Fat and Black Connection, where we talk about anything and everything, well, as long as it's interesting to us. And this is a live, interactive broadcast. Tyrus, what does that mean to you?
That means that we are going right now. It is 8:03 p.m. on Monday evening, October 17th, 2022. That means if you jump on, I don't know, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, what else we got there?
Twitter, Daily Motion.
All of them. And you can go ahead and comment and, of course, like and subscribe. And if it's entertaining or interesting to us, we just might reply to you.
Yeah.
In show, live in show.
And there have been many times in the past where the entire show we end up shifting gears because of a comment somebody makes. So, if you've got something interesting that you think we might find interesting, let's find out.
Yes, sir.
So Tyrus, you're back with us for another week. Last week you sat in the chair to cover for James, who unfortunately had a work schedule kind of thing come up and wasn't able to be there. And you're back. What's going on?
You know what? I give it up to him. He's working hard, man. And I just say I've known you guys for so long that I appreciate you guys trusting me to hold it down while he's at work.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, it's not like there's much to hold down. It's not like he does a lot, so we have very low expectations. So, I think he may actually be here tonight. He may be able to jump in at some point, and we've got our damn Brian Hobbs checking in, working hardworking. I think those mean the same thing: working hard or hardworking. Usually the saying is hardly working, which that would be something I could say about it. But, at least when it comes to this show. So, but I will give James credit. And something I wanted to talk about is you had the opportunity this last weekend to work with James in a different capacity.
Yes. Yes.
You had the opportunity to come on to Radio Story Hour, which is a program that you're involved with, specifically a show called Jack R. Abbott Files Murder by Garlic, where you're playing a role, and you got to work with James, who's directing that. How was that experience for you? He's not here, so you could be honest.
I will tell you this. It was a long day. Usually when I've done previous things like Secrets of Harridge House, Murphy's Inc., or Captain Fearless and the Time Traveling Nazis of Doom. Great title, by the way. I've only been in this chair for, maybe an hour or two at the most. And on this one, I mean, we went from about 12:45 to almost 5 p.m. So we were really getting a lot of work done. And what made me a little more comfortable is that, okay, of course, I know James. I have worked with James. This is the first time I've worked with him in a direction capacity, if you want to say. But we also had Tara from Murphy's Inc. and I've worked with Scott on Murphy's Inc. and Secrets of Harridge House. So I was completely comfortable with everyone that I was working with. And it was just a lot to take in, and to know that, essentially the character that I have is basically, I can't give anything away, so I won't. But my character is basically talking to the main character and getting him to roll the story along. So there's a lot of dialogue between I and the main character, and so we knocked it out. So I'm happy to get that done, and I can't wait to hear it.
But overall, working with James, you wouldn't want to do that again, right? Because that's just painful.
No, I loved him, man.
I was about to say, you better watch what you say, son.
I didn't.
Surprise!
Yeah.
I was trying to bait you.
Oh no.
We got a lot of stuff done yesterday, and you know, I always tell my actors I appreciate them so much for what they do. So
James, let me stand up a little. Let me see your shirt. Okay, so you got the Star Wars shirt going.
yeah.
I got the Mandalorian going.
Oh yeah.
Step your game up, Mark. What's up, bro? What's going on?
Sorry, guys. I have a life, so I don't got to nerd out every day like you guys, I guess.
Well, I threw this on when I got home and I threw this on because I didn't want to wear my uniform shirt on the air. So
I don't know. You're drinking a White Claw, bro. So I'm come.
Hey,
speaking of drinking, I gotta enjoy myself some Smirnoff.
Yeah, he's doing that.
I got the
you got a Moscow Mule?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so we're all having a little drinking party here at Fat and Black Connection, or as we like to call it on these days, the Fatter and Blacker Connection.
We are fatter and blacker, baby.
All day.
So James, welcome to the show. This is going to be a lot of fun because you have no idea what we're talking about necessarily, or at least the order and sequence in which we're doing it.
That's true. I don't. So this will be normally.
We do have some actual special things tonight that we are going to be talking about. I have a world premiere of the new Murphy's Inc. theme song. We'll be playing that tonight, as well as a sneak peek, a scene from episode 1 of Murphy's Inc.
Ooh.
So those will both be coming up later tonight at some point. I'm not going to tell anybody when it's happening. You got to stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Excellent.
And so, of course, we hadn't dove into any of our normal content yet. And unfortunately, this week, we're actually starting off on a bad note. And so let's get this out of the way. We had some really, really big losses the last week, starting off with
this hurt my heart. It's hurt my heart because I was listening to I turned on Sirius XM has a Broadway channel, and I turned it on, and they were playing everything Must Go Up. It's the last song in Mary Poppins Returns, with Angela Lansbury in it, and I was like, oh, nice. I didn't know they were playing the stuff. And then after that song was over, it said we lost Angela Lansbury. I was like, no, Mrs. Potts. I mean, like she had a couple voices. I mean, Bed
Knobs and Broomsticks.
Yeah. She was in some pivotal movies of our youth.
It's all about Murder, She Wrote, man.
Oh, yeah. And then there was that. Yeah. There was Murder, She Wrote. So, yeah.
Give me a typewriter.
Yep. Man. So, yeah, no. And that hurt my heart a little bit.
Yeah, no, that absolutely hurt, and a huge loss, as well as Hagrid.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I was like, he was only, 70 or 74, 64? I don't remember how old he was. I just saw a thing about it, and I was like, him too? No! What is going on?
And for those of you listening to the show, not watching, the dates are up on the screen, and James still doesn't know how to do math. So
whatever.
If you had said 71, I could have accepted that because maybe he hadn't turned 72 yet. But math, friend, math.
Whatever.
I mean, you just subtract 22 from 50.
Yeah, bro. I saw. I noticed it after I said whatever I said, and I was like, yeah, there are numbers right there.
I'm not sure that your math would work, Tyrus. Maybe you should try doing 22 minus 50 and see what you get.
That would be negative, actually.
That would be negative 28.
You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
I got you. I understood what you were trying to say.
Yeah, you could do
two people
minus 50.
Two people bad at math. Two people bad at math trying to figure it out. It wasn't.
Hey, I didn't say fast maths, and I am drinking alcohol, so leave me alone.
Sure. So two really, really big hits this week. Robbie Coltrane and Angela Lansbury.
What else did he do? Did he do anything else?
He's done a ton of stuff. He has a world record holder as the only person to win 3 Best Actor BAFTAs in a row.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes,
in a row?
in a row.
Holy smokes!
Yeah,
BAFTAs are the British Oscars, basically, right?
more or less. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
So
for the people who like, what's a BAFTA?
yes, it's an acting award. So yeah, huge losses. Yeah, that's all I can say about that.
Yeah.
So now
he's
let's
been
try.
going since the 80s. I just pulled up his filmography. He's been going since the 80s.
I'm surprised it's not longer than that. I mean,
Yeah.
Lansbury was going since she was a kid in the
His first
early
credit was
30s.
Flash Gordon, bro.
Whoa. Yeah, because Angela Lansbury started as a child. She started as a child doing theater, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So there have been a couple of mentions of Murphy's Inc. and Secrets of Harridge House, and so I thought now would be a really good time to bring up something revolving around Secrets of Harridge House. And right now, it's really, really important. Secrets of Harridge House has been nominated for multiple Audioverse awards. I believe 9 out of 16 categories, if I remember correctly. And they need your help. They need you to go vote.
Yes.
So
Already
Please do. Please do.
yeah. Yeah, there is. I'll do this. There's the QR code.
Get it.
So
Can you make
by
that
all
bigger?
means. Oh, here we go. Let's make an Oreo. There we go. So the QR code doesn't need to be bigger.
It's a big cookie, big black cookie, double stuffed, and then like a slightly smaller cookie. I don't know. It's a black cookie.
No.
Yeah, the people that are listening are like, "What the heck are they talking about?"
It's just the way that our screens are set up right now.
Yes, one of the benefits of watching the show is you get that extra content. So, anyways, scan that QR code or go to the Audioverse Awards and vote.
Show them some love. If we already voted earlier, that still counted, right? Or is that for something else? Do we need to go back and do it again?
Did you already vote for the Audioverse Awards, or did you vote for the Podcast Awards?
No, this is the one that I went to.
Okay. I don't think you can vote multiple times.
Well, hold on.
I mean, you could try. I guess it couldn't hurt.
Might as well. Hold on.
Get that QR code.
Yes, sir. I'll do it too.
Do we make it bigger, Mark? Can you make it bigger?
I don't know if I can move our images around and nope.
Oh,
no, I cannot.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Right. Let me just get.
Got to get you a bigger screen, buddy.
Yeah, this is terrible. How about that? Is that any better? Or we need to get you a new phone because my phone works with that. So.
Oh, because I'm not on the. Hold on. I have a QR reader on my phone. Normally,
this is such great content that you're helping us to create here.
I
James.
knew. There it is. Boom. Okay, got it. Thank you.
So, James, before we go too much further, let's give you the opportunity to check in and what's going on, what you've been up to, and why are you late tonight?
Because I just got off work. So my work schedule got changed around. So now I work 11 to 7:30, which is not what I bid for. But Tyrus, you know about that too. So you know about bidding. Yeah. So basically what ended up happening is that I'm now a fully certified TSO. And
congratulations.
Thank you. And but now that meant that once I was certified, the schedule that was on my time card was just a placeholder until I was fully certified, and then that changed everything. So now I still have my normal days off, which are Wednesday and Thursday, but now I have to work 11 to 7:30. But I am I'm trying to see if anybody is willing to switch shifts so I can come in the morning again. But we'll see how that goes. Oh, and last week Tyrus, thank you for filling in for me. If you weren't there, I was flying home, so Tyrus stepped in for me to help me out. But I was at my mom was getting married, and so
Oh, you can say that now.
yeah. So yes, so my mother is now a Wayne. Me and my brother are still Lewis's, of course. But I did gain I gained an older sister and a new younger brother. So yeah, that's
And how do y'all get on?
oh we got along just great. Actually it was because his son Jerome is Jerry's son, who is now my mom's husband. He was actually staying at the house where me and my brother were also staying there, and so we got a lot of conversation done. He does music, which is because my brother does music, he does music, and so they were talking about collaborations. I actually did learn a lot about after you win a reality singing competition, what can actually go kind of wrong, I guess, if you will. Because he actually did win a singing competition, one of the singing competitions. It's not around anymore. It was a short-lived series called Duets. And if you don't remember the show, I don't blame you. It was a good show, but I don't know, it just didn't pop as well. And he ended up winning that, but the downside is that they couldn't figure out where to put him, which I still don't quite understand. But he had to end up leaving the country to actually do work, because in the States he couldn't do it anymore. He basically was kind of under contract, so he couldn't do anything in the States. So he had to go to Europe to do stuff, which it was nice for him because he did get to tour and stuff over there. But and he's back now and was able to he's worked with some big artists, Beyonce. He was on her homecoming. If you haven't watched the homecoming tour, her homecoming tour at Coachella, it's on Netflix still, I believe. He was in that. He's worked with apparently like Kanye West, Jay-Z, all that. So, he's done quite a bit now. So, yeah. So that's my new youngest brother.
Rome Wayne.
Yes.
Interesting. J Rome, huh?
Well, that's what his name is, Jerome, but he just goes by J Rome on like YouTube and stuff.
Kind of like your brother goes by C-Lou.
Yeah, actually, so C-Lou, it's actually Clue apparently.
No.
Yeah. So
then he needs to take the period out.
Yeah, I know, but so yeah, so it's all good. So I mean, it was a good time getting to spend time with family, getting to see my aunts, my grandmother, getting to meet a whole new side of family, and actually a lot of old friends came out that I knew from the Bay, who we went to church with and grew up with. And so like my god sister was there with her sister and her mom. The lady that actually raised my brother when he was a toddler, he went to her daycare when he was younger. She came. She actually lives out there now.
So she didn't raise him.
I mean, he was there. I mean, he was there quite a bit. She helped raise him, I should say. Then just some other friends and stuff. My mom's sorority sisters, the ones that she actually pledged with in college, came. So yeah, it was like intimate, but it was a lot of fun still.
Yes, and we do have video footage of your speech that we will share at some point, and I won't tell you when. So, James, with your speech, you were given a time limit. How long of a time limit were you given?
I was given 2 minutes, and I actually
My mom
texted me. Hold on, my mom texted me, and she said 2 minutes, and I said, okay, so is that a hard 2 minutes? And she was like, we'd like to keep it 2 minutes. And I was like, okay.
James sends me a video, the video of his
5
speech,
minutes. Boom, baby.
closer to 6 minutes actually, because you told me that the video you sent me didn't catch the very beginning, and the video clip that
No,
I
and
have is over 5.5 minutes.
is it that long? I thought it was
Did
only
he shed a
5:11.
tear? Did you shed a tear, James?
No, I didn't
No.
actually. I thought it
Well,
was,
he
but I
mostly
didn't.
talked about himself, and he didn't really talk about the couple as a couple much
Because I
at
didn't
all.
really know him
He
as a couple.
primarily talked about himself and his relationship with his mother.
I
So
did
that
because that's the person that I know. And then I talked about how I met Jerry. And then I talked to and then
you don't
I
got to go all through it.
yeah.
We'll play it.
Yeah.
It could be tonight.
It was
Maybe.
so like there was maybe like less, it's like only a couple seconds that was actually missed. So it
Because
wasn't like
it is a long speech, so I feel like maybe I need to edit it down, and
Don't be surprised, because he kind of got me with that West Side Story footage, man. So
no, hey, listen, look, I said I put the footage out there because I told him he wanted to make sure I had video of the speech. Unfortunately I was using my phone because I had written it down on my computer and my tablet, and so I was like, I'm not going to take my tablet up there, so I just took my phone that had the speech on it. So
yeah. So who knows, that footage could show up at really just about any time. So just beware that it's probably coming.
He's like queuing it up. He's like queuing it up right now.
No, actually, what I was queuing up, as a matter of fact, is I feel like now is a good time for the world premiere of the Murphy's Inc. theme song. It's not a song. I guess it's theme music. So
theme music. Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and enjoy.
Yeah, we're kind of losing it.
Yeah, it's going in and out. Yeah, it started off cool, and then all of a sudden it started being kind of choppy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, it is not supposed to be glitchy.
Yeah.
And I'll release it separately later.
But honestly, like when I've heard this a couple times, and I'm absolutely loving this one, and because it has a lot of what some of the suggestions that that I was able to actually input into that theme song was nice. So because it has the exact feel I was going for, or that I thought, and so now it sounds amazing.
One of the beauties of being an executive producer is you get to kind of have that influence. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah. The nice thing about being the executive producer over here at Fat and Black is I get to do this.
But I have to assume those years went by just fine. I am still here. We've been through a lot together before my brother was around. But anyways, so we had some good times. The trips to Disneyland and SeaWorld when I was younger. When we were younger, actually. The bad, when I was in high school, I had to finish typing a final paper, and I was done. I was absolutely done. And she stepped in and helped me finish that paper. She is the reason I graduated high school. And there was an ugly, and that was when you picked me up early from school, I went over to a friend's house, and then you had to rush me to the hospital to get my chin stitched up. And then we've had some weird, and when you called my senior ball, and to
you remember that, Mark?
to me about, I think it was breakfast or something the next morning.
I gotta know now.
Anyway, but some of the best lessons I ever learned came from her. Some of and that's one of those was which has been the hardest for me is you don't always have to talk to fill the silence.
Yes, James.
And then also just sometimes just listen. Yeah.
Yes, James.
So when she sent me the text and said she wanted me to speak, I was like, oh, you got it. Green light to talk? You know I'm in. And I'm glad to be here on such a wonderful day, seeing as I missed the first one. And, so let's just chalk this up to this one to the good column, all right? So, and Jerry, I've known you for far less time. I do, however, know you are a man of great taste. I mean, look at the woman you're with right now. Now, he actually won me over the first time we met. Now, I don't remember if that was in Reno, because if it was, I remember just seeing my mom happy, and then there was some drinks involved, so that was all good. But if it was out here, then those first two still apply, but then there was ribs also involved, and I love ribs. And I have to respect, I have mad respect for a man. His skills in the kitchen and on the grill are phenomenal. And the fact that you make my mother so happy. So on behalf of myself and my brother Christopher, I officially welcome you to our family. I mean, it's at this rate, it's pretty, just formalities and all. But I did have to throw something else out there. Just, all right, some marriage advice from a very single man that I found on the internet. If you want to look it up later, people, it's the 23 damn good pieces of marriage advice.
Yeah, he's going to do all of them, folks, all 23.
I don't do all 23. I cut them out.
Commitment. That's number one. Don't ever stop trying. Assume the best of one another. Communicate respectfully. Always be flexible. Curiosity saves couples. Be willing to grow and learn. Use a special code. So basically just a language that y'all understand, so you could be out in the middle of everybody and nobody knows what you're talking about. Sure damn glad I don't know that. Create boundaries. I know you already got this one in the bag, but go on date nights. Get on the same page. Learn how to move on from arguments. Laugh it up. Always be validated. Pay attention to the little things. That's for you, my man. Oh, okay, then never mind. You got that covered. Okay, cool. And then stop obsessing over who wins. It's always going to be my mom. Yeah. Stay in tune with self-care. I know you got that. And also, at times, and this is the last one, give one another space.
Oh, only 18 of the 23. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's my time. I think I went over, but I told you what happened anyways. But I love you. I love you. I now have a new brother. I have a new sister. So I got that sister right. I got that sister that I was asking for. So with that, just raise your glass, folks. Raise your glass. I don't have one myself.
Cyrus, what are your initial thoughts there?
Well, I think it's really cool for James to well, first of all, tell a grown man that his mother just married that he loves him. That speaks volumes. It really does. And more than anything, he said repeatedly in his speech about his mother's happiness. And that's respect. That's respect from a son to a mother, now a stepfather. And yeah, you went over your 2 minutes, but um much respect. That's probably why your moms didn't cut you off.
No, it was
It looked like she wanted to at a couple points.
She was.
But she was, yeah, no, it was good. Yeah.
Well, congrats to your moms and your new family, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get back into some stuff. So we do have another world premiere coming a little bit later in the episode. So stick around because we are going to do that. But let's talk about this. A Christmas Story Christmas.
I literally just heard about this morning.
I think this was just released today, and this is it's a very official teaser. It is in essence a film that takes place some 20-30 years after the original film,
right?
And he's taking his kids back to his old house,
and if they got the same cast, a lot of the same cast
is it the same cast coming back?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, obviously aside from anybody that's younger, but yeah.
His kid, Ralphie is coming, the guy who played Ralphie, his friends are coming back, his younger brother's coming back. So yeah, everybody's pretty much coming back that are alive. I don't know if anybody has passed away, like the ones that played his parents. But yeah, they're still alive. They're coming back for the most part.
Yeah, I don't get the love for this film, Christmas Story. I think it's fine. It's not terrible. I just, to me, it's a cult classic, kind of similar to the concept of Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't get why it's so beloved.
It's just because it's one of those movies that you really only watch once a year. It's like literally, it's like I remember I watched I hadn't actually seen A Christmas Story like all the way through, and then I think it was either last year or the year before they did a Christmas Story live or something like that. And I watched that and I was like, oh, okay. And then I actually went back. I went and actually watched the actual Christmas Story, and I was like, oh, okay. It's not like I don't. Again, like you, I don't understand why everybody loves it so much. But I do, but at the same time, I kind of get it. Like, it's that one movie that you see really only one time a year. It's just something you gather around and watch. It's like, what's that? It's a Wonderful Life. You only really see that around Thanksgiving time, Christmas time. It's like one of those kind of movies.
I mean, that's
there's a lot of nostalgia purpose to this too. Look at all these remakes that are popping up. I'm looking at HBO Max is just trying to jump into the trend. Like Disney is known for it. They did the whole Beauty and the Beast live action. They got the Little Mermaid coming out. They did the live action Aladdin. These are all movies done back in the day.
Live action Lion King.
Exactly. That they're bringing back. I mean, what Pinocchio's their most recent that came out. So if you sit there and think about it, now they're bringing HBO Max is jumping into the mix, and this is one of the things that they're doing. They're going to bring something like this back.
Yo, look,
although I am going to watch it though.
Oh yeah, no, but like the one thing, like I just found, like I was watching. That's how I found out about this was like remakes that we didn't even know were coming out, and they're like doing a remake. They're not remake. They're doing sequels to a lot of movies that I was like, because I don't even know why you're bothering, but they announced that was one of the ones that was announced. There's Kevin Smith is doing basically like a sequel to Mallrats. Isn't there a Clerks 3 coming out or something like that?
Oh yeah. I believe that's already come out.
Oh, because I know it's Clerk 2 did, but I know there was Clerk. There's
Doing
Clerk.
another Karate Kid movie.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, last you guys were talking about the new Karate Kid. That yeah. So I mean, like it's if they make it, people who are fans of said movies will go watch them.
Sure.
Will they like them? That all depends. But they will go and they will support them.
Yeah,
that's the wonder
really
of
that's
a
really what it all boils
streaming
down to.
network. I mean, because it's coming straight to a streaming network.
Yeah.
So if you sit there and think about it, when these movies that come out to stream and people don't like them, so they all talk about them, that's when people sit on their couches and play
Watch
them so that they can go ahead and complain about them too. I think people are more in tune to go ahead and watching something streamed than paying money to go to a theater to watch something that they know that they're
It
not
is
gonna
funny.
like.
It's you know, and that's actually like why we just watched, my brother and I just watched Halloween Ends, and like the last movie we absolutely hated.
But you watched it though, right?
But we watched it, and we watched this one.
So that network got the streaming credit for it.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like so, and like back in the day, what was it? What did they say? Like the average Howard Stern listener only listened for a couple hours in a day, but the Howard Stern haters would listen to the entire show,
looking for something to complain about.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like
which brought him ratings, which is why he stayed on for so long.
Thanks. Win-win.
He's still on.
He's still on.
On Sirius Radio.
That's him. Yeah. He's got like 3 channels on
own
there.
channel. Yeah.
He's got like 3 of them.
Yeah. I don't know. Even though it's on HBO Max, which I have, I still don't think I'll be watching it. But one that I will watch when I can somehow. I don't have Apple Plus, but I really want to see this one.
Yes.
Spirited. A reimagination of a Christmas Carol, and it's a musical.
I might actually go see this in theaters.
Well, it's Apple. It is coming in theaters.
Yeah,
okay.
it's going to be in theaters. It's also going to be streaming. But if I for some reason don't go see it, I will do the free trial for this.
Yeah,
I will do the Apple Plus free trial for this. I just the preview alone was like, oh, I'm in.
I mean, just about anything that Ryan Reynolds does is golden. I mean, let's not fake it. Whatever he does is just completely hilarious. And when you add Will Ferrell to the mix,
I like Will Ferrell, but I'm like Will Ferrell for me is hit or miss. Like
it just depends on which one shows up.
Yeah, and so like
it's a musical with the both of them. Come on.
Yeah, no, and so I'm saying so that's what I'm saying. I'm willing to pay to see this. I'm willing to pay to go see this film in theaters.
Two guys, a girl, and a pizza place.
Young Ryan Reynolds.
What was that? Oh, they changed it to 2 guys and a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, Ryan Reynolds, when I think young Ryan Reynolds, I think either Van Wilder or Waiting.
Yes, Waiting for sure.
Oh man!
If you've ever worked in a restaurant or currently work in a restaurant and you've not seen Waiting, that is a must watch.
I was working at Outback Steakhouse at the Great Mall in Milpitas when that movie came out. And literally, when that movie came out, my whole staff, we closed the building down we didn't close it down. It was like closing time. And we went to go all watch that last show of that night. And it was all of us in our Outback uniforms. And it was
awesome. Great. Yeah.
Loved
it.
I
mean, honestly, that movie is like the epitome. It's like if you've ever worked in a restaurant or like I mean, even if you worked in a restaurant for a very short time, it is so real.
It's accurate.
I mean, it's
accurate.
It's of course over the top, but it is spot on.
I don't necessarily think it's over the top. I think it's pretty accurate.
Well, I mean, yeah, the back of house, the antics that go on in back of house, That's
Okay, all of them lining
Minus-
up and spitting on the plate and
Minus
shaking
the-
dandruff in it is not completely accurate, but
No,
that
but
stuff
like
does
the
happen.
the games that not as bad as that
Batwing.
game. Yeah, not as bad as that game, but
Good old fruit bowl.
there are some games that happen in the back of house that are outlandish.
Well, James, I got another one for you that I think you're probably pretty hyped up on.
Yes.
The Muppets Mayhem.
Yes.
Do you know anything about this one, James?
I know a little bit. I don't know a lot about it. All I know is it revolves around the Electric Mayhem, which is, if you don't know, is the house band on the Muppet Show. And they've been in like a lot of their films, doing whatever. But yeah, this one is focused around them.
It's focusing specifically around them recording their first studio album.
Yes, and that's and so they
This is going to be a movies or a series?
No, this is like a series. And so like they had a panel at D23 with one of the actors in the show, and Janice and Floyd and Animal came out and were doing the panel as well. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
you can see it on YouTube if you would like to check it out. There's a Muppets Mayhem panel from D23 on there.
Well, I'm sure as soon as we have a trailer for it, we'll be making sure it's available on our page. So
yeah, most definitely.
This next one, actually, I hadn't really heard much about until actually doing some research for today's episode, and it kind of caught my eye. Dina Menzel, Which Way to the Stage?
Oh, interesting.
So this is kind of a behind-the-scenes documentary on Dina, and she did a tour recently where she did 16 stops, and the one thing she evidently wanted to do was headline a concert at Madison Square Garden, which this docu-series, or I'm not sure if it's one episode or, but it basically follows her on tour and how she manages her personal life while trying to do this tour. And ultimately, it sounds like it culminates with her getting to do that concert at Madison Square Garden.
Nice.
I mean, the title is a play on Rent. I mean,
indeed it is.
I mean, literally, that's Joanne's first line in Rent.
Maureen, but yes.
Maureen. Her first line is Joanne, which way to the stage?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that, but
she says,
yeah, no, I'm interested. I mean,
yeah,
I'll check it out. Definitely.
Yeah. I'm more interested to see if they have like the full concert available as part of it.
I'm sure they will. I don't see why they wouldn't have. Or do you think it'll be like part behind the scenes, part concert type thing? Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about you want like the full? You just want the full show? Nothing.
I just want the full concert. Like I'll watch the other stuff too. Yeah, I just would prefer an uncut concert.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially if that last. I mean, depending on how the show works, if it's just a one-off or if it's a series. If it's a series, I could see maybe doing bits and pieces of the show, and then it culminating in that last episode with like the full concert at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah.
And this next one, Tyrus is poo-pooing because he doesn't watch kids' cartoons.
I do sometimes.
I have watched the last couple ones, and I mean, they're okay. I mean, they're definitely for
little
family.
Kids.
Yeah, it's definitely for kids. But I've watched them, and I've had some chuckle moments. Not gonna lie.
Sometimes cartoons like this will catch my eye. I did watch the Groot series. The little shorts. Those are for kids, but it's also
No,
Marvel.
that's not. I don't think those are. I mean, those are kind of for kids, but that's
But this
that's
is
for
straight
this is
up children right here.
this is. But
I
there's
don't.
like
I don't
I
agree.
think
There's been a lot in
there.
these wonderful whatever of Mickey
Yeah,
Mouse.
there's been
There's been a
some
lot of adult humor.
Yeah, there's been some adult humor in them.
I think
I'll
it's
what they
more in
do.
line with like a Ren and Stimpy in
Yeah,
that it's clearly made for kids, but
right.
so that parents can enjoy it with them.
They know that parents are going to have to sit down and I mean, not always, but they're going to assume that families are going to sit down and watch it together. So you're going to want something that the kids are going to enjoy, but you also need to make sure that you have something that the parents enjoy. So you're going to have those jokes. I think one of the best films to ever do the parents and kids laughing at the same exact time for totally different reasons was Shrek. But Disney has done a great job in recent years of making sure that they have these moments so that the kids enjoy it and the adults can also enjoy it with their kids.
I'll give it a shot.
Hey,
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
It's like a half hour. Like it's maybe like a half hour, 45 minutes at max, I think. And
Yeah.
it's some good little shorts. It's some new shorts. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the animation style, but I still watch it.
So, James, did you happen to catch the most recent episode of Andor?
I did.
Oh, that's good. So, Tyrus, just so you don't get any spoilers, we'll go ahead and throw you away for a minute. We'll bring you back in a little bit. So, Tyrus has not watched the most recent episode. So I figure we don't want to spoil anything for him, so
Right.
he can sit in the green room.
Yeah.
Can you actually still hear us? He can still hear us. Well, then you should take the headphones off.
It's okay. Go ahead, man. I'm not tripping.
Well, so the one thing I will say going into the episode is that I know for you, Tyrus, you were kind of, where's the beef, so to speak, right? Like you were kind of feeling like a little,
we got some,
and we got some.
Yeah.
We got a lot.
It's kind of an intense episode.
Yeah, easily. This is, and this was the midway point. This, it's 12 episodes, so this was the midway point.
And it was like, I mean, this whole series has kind of been dark, but this episode was kind of dark. I don't know if that's the best way to really describe it, but that's a great poster. Yeah. That was so beautiful. I was like, yo, I actually want to go. I would love to see this.
Yes, the eye.
Oh my gosh.
It was a beautiful moment. Getting to see finally the culmination of the planning and preparation to pull off the bank heist, if you will. Everything coming into light, and I thought it was a well executed episode, and it almost, it left at the end of the episode. I felt like that could have been it. You could have ended it there, and I'd want more.
Yeah,
but it very much felt like
it could
be done.
There. Yeah, but like, and that was crazy too. In the Senate, to see the Senate again after so long, and see just how empty the Senate was at that point in time too, was absolutely insane. I was just like, yo, like, what's even the point? But yeah, no, the try and actually navigating through these like meteorites like flying through was phenomenal.
Yeah, there were a lot of twists and turns that are very unexpected, and I'm not going to spoil much.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how some of these people are gonna end up back, because like I know I won't really say anything else, but there was the one that stayed behind her, who stays behind. I'm like, yo, then how the hell does that work for her?
Well, and she puts on an Imperial uniform, so
yeah, so maybe she'll end up slipping in. And
yeah, I have no idea where the series goes. Because of the way they ended the episode.
This was a huge moment. It's like the biggest moment that they've been building up to. So I mean, unless there's another big moment that they're building up to, for what? How many more episodes are there?
6 more.
6 more episodes. I mean, I guess you could fit in another. You could fit in another like. You can't do the same heist, but you can do another kind of building, like.
Well, they're going
building.
to, because he's been referenced. He's been in the poster, Saw Gerrera,
Yeah.
but we haven't actually seen him yet. So
I know in the
obviously-
trailer, he was in the trailer too, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, in the second half is where we're going to get
Yeah, we have
him
to.
being introduced and everything.
Yeah.
So do you think they're gonna push this series all the way to when he finally makes his appearance in Rogue One?
Because so Saw Gerrera, we've seen. This is not the first time. I think we'll see Saw Gerrera after he's been kind of hurt, and so he's become kind of more machine in this case. But because we saw him in Clone Wars, we saw him in the first season of Bad Batch. We've seen him, and then like of course we see him in Rogue One, and that's. But I think there's.
He's also in Fallen Jedi, the game.
Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't played that one, but yeah, no. So he's definitely made appearances. Besides that, so I think it won't end with him. But I guess he's got to have to be involved because he's a huge part of. I mean, that's a huge part of Rogue One.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He is the dark side of the rebellion, basically.
It's a fair assessment. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that he wants by any means necessary. He's pretty much the Malcolm X of. Well, I don't know if that's a great.
I get it completely, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a fair analogy.
Not the greatest of analogies.
Yeah,
but
he's absolute. I mean, he is we want to get this done. However we have to get it done. It may not be clean. We're gonna get it done.
Well, and as we've seen, especially in this most recent episode, there's some cold-blooded moments, and it's not the first time we've seen it in this series.
No.
So yeah,
I was actually kind of surprised. I was actually kind of surprised by how that went.
Yeah, there's just some straight up cold-blooded moments that were very much like, oh, dang, that was not expected. But I mean, at the start of a rebellion, sometimes you got to have those moments, I guess.
It gets nasty, I guess. Mm-hmm. Rebellions aren't clean.
No. And
freedom isn't free.
Just as a quick reminder for those of you out there, the millions watching around the world, this is a live interactive show, and we are still going live. So if you've got some comments or anything you want to chit-chat, shoot us a message. We will be doing a world premiere broadcast of a scene from the upcoming podcast audio drama Murphy's Inc. So that will be coming in the very near future.
Hey, I apologize. I did listen to last week, but I might have just zoned out. Did we talk finale of She-Hulk?
No, because that didn't happen until this last week, and we're talking about that now.
Yes.
Loved it. I you know what? I did say that I did not like the show as much as I like the other Marvel shows, but this season finale was just great for me. I loved it.
What did you love about it?
Well, I mean, she breaks the fourth wall, so many times, but
bro, she broke the fifth wall, bro.
She broke a fifth wall. She ransacked it, man.
She didn't just she didn't just cross. She didn't just break the fourth wall. She ripped it down.
Sucks. Where's Kevin Feige at?
Yo, and Kevin being
she never
a
said Kevin Feige. She just
said Kevin. She said Kevin.
And that guy, I would die for Kevin. And she was like, okay, that's a little much, but I'm gonna go see him regardless. And then to find out that Kevin is a robot and Kevin is an acronym, that for me
man.
was absolutely priceless. But
My favorite moment was when she just starts questioning Kevin and like rolling the Marvel Cinematic Universe under the bus,
under the
and
bus,
straight up says, "When are we going to get the X-Men?"
yeah,
Yeah, we can't tell you that.
we can't talk about
Dude, my favorite part probably would be when Kevin was like, "Okay, we're gonna need you to go ahead and go back to your
back to
original
Jennifer. We're
form,
gonna have to
but
talk
wait
to you
for
as
us,
Jennifer. Yeah,
wait for us to go off,
yes,
change because you
yes.
cost too much,
And
That
we-
was
and we've
and
moved
the-
on. We've moved
And then
on.
you hear the
to-
Wakanda music for just a second.
He's all, they moved on to another project.
that
And it
was so priceless. That was
man.
I actually did love that moment. I was kind of shocked at this whole episode because I was kind of like, huh? What is going on right now? But no, it actually completely worked out. Ah, yes, So are they a couple now?
Daredevil or Matt Murdock and Jennifer
Matt Murdock
Walters?
and Jennifer Walters.
I don't mind him in this capacity.
That would be
It's
one.
just-
I mean, honestly, that would be one hell of a lawyer team, though. I'm not gonna lie.
to see her in Hell's Kitchen,
I'd go.
I
I'd
think would, as long as it made it. If they kept Daredevil at least halfway dark as it was on the Netflix series, because Disney's gonna kind of lighten it up a little.
Murdoch and Walters, attorneys at law.
Man, I think it would be great. Except I stand by it. I do not like the gold outfit. I don't.
That's an alternate outfit. I'm not
I
a
don't
big fan
like
of it either. But
Well, and then we had another throwaway moment with the very end where Bruce comes back.
yeah,
And here's my son Scar.
yeah. I was kind of like,
Mhm.
what?
Yeah.
Like, is that a Planet Hulk thing, or was that he had when he was?
You got to remember, on the planet Sakaar, time doesn't work the same,
Right,
and that's where he says he was.
Sakaar, and was that the same place that he was at when he was
When he took off?
Ragnarok.
when he was stuck in Ragnarok?
Oh,
That's the same planet.
Yep.
So with awesome Jeff Goldblum as the what do you call him?
Well, he's nothing now.
Oh, did he?
If you remember, at the end of the film, he's out in the dumps, and yeah.
he
Oh.
died?
Go back and no, he's still alive. Go back and watch the film.
Okay.
He was injured.
But
yeah.
anyways, yeah. So
moving on.
But yeah, so was he banging
one thing,
people?
one thing I wanted. Well, so if you know World War, is it Planet Hulk or World
Planet
War
Hulk. Yeah,
he does. He on Sakaar, he finds a fellow warrior female that they end up, having a romance, falling in love, having a kid. So I imagine at some point we're going to hear about that probably. But one of the things that Tyrus referenced that
what did you say? Save it for the next film or something like that?
Yes.
Mhm. She's like, I'm getting a movie.
Yeah.
Oh no, not you. One of the things, Tyrus, that you said was, about Daredevil, that you'd like to see it be more dark, but they don't do that. Where, as a matter of fact, you actually brought something to my attention. We knew that Marvel Zombies was coming as a Disney Plus show at some point.
Yeah.
And it has been confirmed that it will be pretty much an R-rated series.
Right, and that's the thing, is that they're leaving Deadpool alone. They're leaving that rated R. So I can only imagine that there'll probably be, of course, some warning again before Daredevil, but I'm sure, I don't see why they would. I don't see why.
Well,
They'll
might not
just keep
go
it
as
behind
dark,
keep it behind the parental lock that you have to unlock when you open up the Disney app.
Yeah.
That's
So
very simple.
I don't think they're going to be. I don't think Daredevil Reborn will be as dark as it was on Netflix.
Oh no,
I don't think it has to be either.
no. It's a retelling. I hope. I would really like to see if I'd really like to see Jennifer Walters show up in that show. Honestly,
As long as we get a one camera
like
hallway fight, I'm happy.
Huh?
So as long as we get the one camera hallway fight, I'm happy. They've done it in every season of Daredevil.
Oh yeah, yeah, they have. That's a staple right there.
And they kind of
And
teased us with that on She-Hulk, and then she kind of came through the roof. I'm like, oh,
yeah, yeah, that was
and switching gears from Disney and Marvel and one of the greatest bands of all time, hands down, has got to
Nickelback.
be.
No, I was kidding.
All right, so James, man,
oh my god.
Oh, I'm kidding. Totally kidding.
of course, I'm talking about Queen.
Oh, yeah, they were great.
And for anybody that has been paying attention, they actually just dropped a long lost recording that had never been released before with Freddie Mercury. And Tyrus and I actually listened to the track before the show tonight.
Jeez,
And
how old is the song then?
it was from 1988.
Oh, damn. Okay.
They definitely remastered it. It sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's clean. It's been remastered.
Oh, okay.
But it's so almost anticlimactic. Like I was telling Tyrus as we're listening to it that, I was expecting, some classic like rock Queen, and it's a ballad. It's not even a power ballad. It's almost like depressing.
Really?
It's a beautiful song. Don't get me wrong. I really liked it, but it's yeah.
It's not a Bohemian Rhapsody or We Will Rock You, or it's not
not even close. Not even close.
We Are the Champions type.
Mm-mm.
No, it's nothing along those lines, huh?
No,
I put it
Face
along
It
the lines
Alone.
of a musical. I was like, this sounds like a solo pivotal singing moment in a musical. That's what it sounds like to me.
I mean, wasn't that close to? Was that when did Freddie Mercury pass?
In the early 90s. I want to say it was like 92 or something like that.
91.
91, close.
So I mean, it could have been like that kind of almost farewell type song.
You can hear it. You can hear it in his voice. There was a time where the band had split up, and Freddie went on his own, doing his own little album, tours and stuff. And when he came back, they're like, "You got to get your voice back in shape."
Mm-hmm.
You can tell in that song that his voice was not back
Not the
to
same.
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a listen.
It's still a great song, though. It's just not what you expect from Queen.
It's not that power Queen that
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and bring up this next slide, and I'm going to let James just go off for a couple of minutes and talk about it. I'm just going to step aside because this is not really my thing, but I just wanted to make sure James has his moment to talk all he wants. So here you go.
Not me. There we go.
Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Now, I understand there's talks of this. Now, I don't know really how I feel about it all. And the whole thing, I don't know how I feel about it. Blue and Beta.
People who are listening, what are we looking at, James?
Oh, I'm sorry. What we're looking at is it's a new timeline for Jurassic movies. So this is after Jurassic World Dominion, the last Jurassic Park movie, or the last Jurassic World movie, which I thought was supposed to be the end of the whole thing, and I was excited by that. I was okay with that. It does leave some questions because it's like it ends now. There's dinosaurs in the world. How do we coexist with them? Okay, fine. We have the sanctuary in Italy. We have the is it in Italy or Switzerland? Somewhere, wherever. There's this whole sanctuary of these dinosaurs that were captured, especially like the more dangerous ones are now on this island or in this habitat. So there's also dinosaurs in the world. Fine. So a couple things. what we're there. There's a timeline from left to right. Yeah, left to right. We got a couple Netflix series. One called Blue and Beta. One called is it? I think it's Kyla, whatever her name is. Then there is a couple little. There's a film that looks like it revolves around Hammond, or it's either a series or a film that revolves around John Hammond. There's one called Jurassic Deep, one called Jurassic. What is that? I don't remember. What's that? Something World.
So you've got another Netflix series called New World.
New World. So yeah, so there's like a Jurassic New World, which is a Netflix series. So the Blue and Beta is a Netflix series. Kyla's Kyla is a Netflix series. I'm not sure what Hammond is exactly. This
I believe it's a prequel movie.
Okay. So then there's a Jurassic New World. There's one called Jurassic Deep. Then there are 3 films with the name Jurassic Era. And the first one is called Jurassic Era. The second one is called
Extinction.
And then the third one is Jurassic Era New Dawn, which for some reason I feel like New Dawn should be before Extinction, but whatever, we'll figure that out. Anyways, how do I feel about this? Blue and Beta, I'm okay with. A series about the pilot from Jurassic World Dominion, I like her as a character, so I'm interested to kind of see kind of what she did after that, or maybe before that. I'm okay. Maybe like, hopefully it's like short. Hammond, I'm actually kind of interested in that because I did like John Hammond. He's a completely different character in the movies than in the book, so I'm kind of interested to see kind of what dynamic they take with that. New World, not sure how I feel about that. I'm trying, maybe it's like some of the dealings, maybe it kind of has that whole feel of Battle at Big Rock. If you have not seen that, check that out. I think it's also on the Jurassic World Dominion in the Blu-ray DVD set, if you get that, or you can find it online on YouTube. It's a number of years old, but it still holds up. Jurassic Deep, kind of interest. There's a little bit interest there, but there's really only one. Okay, as we know of, there's only one creature that is water-based that we've seen. If you've seen the Jurassic World movies, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not, it's a Mosasaurus. If you watched the Camp Cretaceous, which actually is in line with the whole series, which is actually canon, according to like all the websites for Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, it's canon. It appears in that. So yeah, so I'm kind of interested in that. These Jurassic Era movies, I don't know how I feel about them, because it's a whole new cast. Do you do the same thing? Do you make these 3 movies and then bring back everybody in the last one, or is it going to be a whole new thing? However they do it, I'm not going to lie, I'll probably end up spending my money to go see them, but
and Brian poses the question, so now there's a JCU, and as a matter of fact, when I downloaded this image, I named it JCU.
So I mean, there's a part of me that is excited, but a part of me that's like, I think you did it, you ended it well with Jurassic World Dominion. I was satisfied with the way it ended, so I don't know.
You never know.
I mean, yeah, they could be.
Wars.
Listen. Here's the thing: if these movies are put together well, if you get a director who is a fan of these films, who is if the script makes sense, then okay, I'm down. I mean, yeah, like Jurassic World Dominion is not perfect. Like there's definitely some holes in it, but it was just, for me, I felt like the culmination of a story. You're bringing the original back. your original cast back, not all of them, of course, but the Grant and Malcolm and Statler, you're bringing them back. You're bringing in you have Owen and Gracie, or I don't remember all their names, but anyways, you're bringing all them back. You're bringing them together for this one kind of final moment was great. And so I don't know, like Blue and Beta, I'm interested in. I like Blue, I like Beta, I like that whole kind of weird, raptor dynamic family thing. So maybe they'll we might get Chris Pratt in there somehow, trying with them.
Are these animations or live action?
Well, the Blue and Beta, I would imagine, might be something animated, just because it's the Raptors, and that's a lot of CGI there. If they were to do it live action, I mean, they very well could if they wanted to. But the other
Raptors,
no CGI. The other Netflix series that they had, which, like I said, was Camp Cretaceous, that was all animated, which, like I said, was still canon. So they could do that with these couple Netflix series, which, like I said, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it, I guess, because I really liked Camp Cretaceous, and so I'd be kind of interested to see what they do with it. Hammond, like I said, I really like John Hammond. I like the movie version. The book version is a little darker, so I'd like to see how they kind of reconcile that, maybe, if they do. Jurassic Deep, somewhat interested.
Good God, didn't we already go through this?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm just kind of recapping it, and then
you don't need to. You're good.
Jurassic Eras.
This is the span of 10 years. I think they're kind of following suit of Kevin Feige and what he's doing with Marvel. And
yeah, like I said, I don't know, the Jurassic Era films. I don't know how I really feel about it.
I guarantee you, James will be the fanboy as soon as they drop trailers. So,
yeah, you're right. You're probably right. Like I said, I will probably, like I said, I will probably go spend my money on them.
Well, since we played this earlier in the episode and there were some complaints about it being glitchy, I'm going to try it one more time in a different way. This is the second go of the world premiere of the new theme song or theme music for Murphy's Inc.
Yeah, there we go.
And, I love it. I love it, man.
Mr. Matt Murray sounds cool. I like it. Well, stick around for a moment because we're about to play a sneak peek, a scene from the first episode of Murphy's Inc. in just a moment. And evidently, going back to what we were just talking about around Jurassic Park and World and Era, Brian, I guess, is comparing Star Wars. And no, Brian, no. Jurassic Park is nowhere close to anything Star Wars. I like Jurassic Park Part 1. I think it should have ended there.
Well, I think like 1, 2 was questionable. Like 2 actually had, like there was a book for Lost World. And then like 3 kind of went off the rails a little bit. And then like I really enjoyed the Jurassic World movies. Or actually the first Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, but I did like Dominion.
Yeah, so they're batting like maybe 500 at best in your book, and in my book, the first one. Otherwise, they're just all meh to me.
You didn't like Jurassic World?
I thought it was fine. I didn't
Oh.
feel like I needed it in my life.
Jurassic World, like, basically gave me that same feel as Jurassic Park. I mean, it also like took place on the same island, so I mean that might have been it, but that's kind of what it felt like. It was actually Jurassic Park realized and actually functioning until it wasn't.
It's the same formula every time, and I think that's what's kind of frustrating is that it's more or less the same crap, and just in a different way of rehashing it. And yeah, I don't feel it's necessary. The MCU, yeah, there's, in the next couple of years, we'll be up to 50 films and however many series, but it's different content all the time. It's not the same retelling of the same story, which that's basically what Jurassic has done.
Yeah, yes and no. Like Dominion was a little bit different.
Was
because
it?
Yeah, a little bit.
No.
I think it was a little bit different.
They just brought everybody back.
No, but it was also like just the way that everything was kind of going down. It was, I think
they had the dinosaurs confined into an area, and then things went crazy, and they got out again. Like it's
not in Dominion. They were already out in the world at that point, and so they brought them to a place and had them confined, and some things went awry, but it wasn't like they got out. It was somewhat different. I'm not gonna go all into it, but yeah.
They got out.
You're not gonna win this battle, just
they
like
they got
Tyrus
out, bro.
Just like Tyrus will never win the battle around God of War being better than Assassin's Creed.
Shut it, man. Shut it.
Rehashing opening old wounds there.
And it's coming out next month. I can't wait, sir. Can't wait.
Anyways,
Ragnarok, sir.
So we've got quite a few people tuning in right now. I think now is a really good time for us to air this sneak peek scene from Murphy's Inc. episode 1, which will be dropping. And I don't have official dates, but I will tell you, Murphy's Inc. season 1 will be dropping the last 6 weeks of the year.
You could have slowed down, We've got the rest of the week off, by the way.
Yep. I'm so tired of this.
I thought I was supposed to be the one complaining. What happened?
It's nothing. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but it feels like we're only here to do their personal shopping and...
Are you talking about Michael and Daphne?
Yeah. Well, not so much Michael. He's strict and tends to run us into the dirt.
Tell me about it.
But his orders make sense, None of this, oh, would you please get me a bowl of noodles while you're in Xi'an? Or, it would be so great if you just fetch a little pot of Gerdu.
Remember that bushel of apples she wanted from Cordoba? I think she forgot how seriously people back then took their fruit.
Didn't you get shot in Cordoba?
I mean, if you count getting an arrow in my pack, then yeah. Honestly, those bandits would have caught us if they weren't busy fighting over those apples. Well, at least she wasn't pissed about the apples.
Sure. I guess what I'm trying to say is, be careful, If things keep going like this, we might find ourselves in a lot of danger.
You think I got this job for nothing? I can handle myself. Oh, door, watch out! The door!
That was you, James.
That was me. That was me and Miss Stephanie Bauman.
So that was a sneak peek at what we've been working on for almost a year.
Yeah, dang.
I cannot wait, man. I am so excited.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah. The last 6 weeks of this year will air the first season, 6 episodes of Murphy's Inc. And season 2 is well into development. We can give out a little bit of information that the writers have been meeting and fleshing out a lot of what's going to be happening in season 2, and
yep,
it's going to be twice as long. It's going to be probably about 12 episodes, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed season 1 and what we've done with it, and I'm more excited for season 2,
I
and we
think
haven't even released season
I
1
think
yet.
season two is going to be just a whole new era. Like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be doing a lot of like. There's a lot planned out for season 2, folks. So stay tuned. Like Mark said, last 6 weeks of this year, we're working on getting that season 1 out, and then just stay tuned because season 2 is gonna be. Woo-hoo,
I cannot wait.
sweet.
And Tyrus, as somebody who hasn't been involved on the post-production side, this is your second time because you got to hear it before, but this is your first time today hearing anything fully produced. What do you think?
Man, I am beyond excited for this. I absolutely love what I just heard. Of course, that was James's scene. That was actually one of our audition pieces.
Yeah,
When we did the audition, I actually auditioned and read that part.
Yeah.
And hearing the post production, number one, talent. I'm not kissing up to James at this moment, but because I've already done my work with you. But
Yeah, there's nothing you need to
but
kiss up for,
the talent sounded it sounded like you two were in the room together. I don't know how you guys did the recording, but I was solo doing all of my recording. So I guess
we did record together. We did record together, but yeah, of course, miles apart, but we did record together. So yeah.
And hearing the theme song plus all of the background noise just adds another layer onto my excitement because when we were reading it, that's all we had was just us reading. Now we hear it.
Mm-hmm. And we've got Michael Marshall checking in. James, I'm going to need about 50 copies of your autograph so that I can resell them when you get famous.
You got it, Mr. Marshall. I got you, bro. No, but honestly, guys, like it's so funny. And we've worked on Murphy's. We've all worked on Murphy's. We all worked in Secrets of Heritage House, and it's so funny when you are working on these scenes and you're basically making something out of nothing. You're just getting the lines, you're trying to emote things like that. But when you hear the final production, everything, oh my gosh, it's so fulfilling. It's like because you did a couple more episodes than me of Secrets of Heritage House. Am I correct, Tyrus?
I am in 4, I believe.
Yeah, so I did 1. I was in the first part of the prequel in the final season, or what's supposedly the final season. But anyways, I had done my recording. I had an issue with my computer, so Mark, Scott, and I got on the computer and we recorded it. And I was really nervous about hearing it. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, yes, this is so fulfilling when you actually get the rest of the story and you combine it with these little pieces that you put in. And it was great. And actually, I mean, that's the episode that he used for the Audioverse Awards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a huge sense of accomplishment, when you finally get to hear it. And then there's also a tremendous amount of respect and appreciation towards all the people who are a part of the post-production that are doing all this stuff behind the scenes. And so
I mean, I know, Mark, it has to be even bigger for you because especially like Heritage House, because you were in from season 2 on?
I was voice acting, from season 2 on.
And then jumping onto Murphy's Inc. before it was even anything, and not even really knowing anything, and being a part of it from day one. So I mean, I think it's for you, it must be a whole different kind of like satisfaction to be hearing.
Yes and no, because so when you talk about like television, for example, I'm what you call the showrunner, right? I'm the guy on Murphy's Inc. that's running the whole production. Yeah, I've got other executive producers and talent and writers and all of that, but I'm kind of the one that's trying to steer the whole ship, if you will. And so it doesn't stop for me. I haven't had a moment to really stop and take it in, so to speak, because I've been involved in the whole thing we have our two writers, Austin and Tara, who, they were there in the very beginning.
Right.
The only thing they weren't there for was helping develop the original pitch with the creator, Milliam Chan. And so they've been around longer than me. But even for them, they have had that opportunity of they wrote the scripts and then getting to hear actors read them.
I see what you're saying.
For me, I came in just before auditions, and I've been involved with the show since. And I, was helping with running auditions. I was helping with script editing. I've been helping with obviously post-production. I was running the recording sessions. I'm a voice actor in the show. I'm still working on post-production with the new music composer and working with the audio engineer who's making the show sound like it does. So I haven't had a moment to kind of really take it all in and take a breath, which I don't think I'm going to have that moment because, even when we finish season 1 and we start airing season 1, I'll have those moments, when episode 1 airs on, let's say it airs on KNBC, the local radio station up here. I can sit there and I could take it in and listen to it, but I'll have already heard the episode so many times.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We've already listened to, I know I've listened to episode a good at least 6+ times.
Yeah, we're on our third draft of episode 1, and
it has to be at least 6 times because I know I listened to each episode at least twice, and kind of gathering listen to it and then listen to it again. So yeah,
it's hard because even when we do finish getting all of season 1 in the can, which right now we're targeting December 10th as the date where episode 6 will be done and in the can, we're looking at probably doing a casting call sometime in January for season 2. So there's not going to be a ton of downtime.
Tyrus, you're in.
No, he's got to audition just like everyone else. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, it's who's got 5-0 outside their house?
I'm sorry, that's me.
Oh.
No, I thought that was like.
Well, I like to say I am hood adjacent.
Yeah, you're hood adjacent. Yo,
I'm not in the hood, but if you go to the other side of the freeway,
sidetrack. The other day when I was leaving for work, there was 2 popos like right in my alleyway, and like I heard like as I was getting in my car through my garage door, I heard them say, "Don't move! Like stop right there!" And I was like, "Yo, what? Oh man,
back in the house." Man.
Yeah, no, I literally was like, "Ooh, I gotta go." But like, yeah. So I mean, like when I pulled out of my garage, I guess I don't know.
Were you trying to get DWB?
No, like because they were facing the other way. They weren't facing my house. They were facing the other way. So I was like, cool, okay. I could sneak out here. But but like as I drove away, I always wanted to find out what happened. But I was like, nah, I ain't worried about it. I got to get to work. But yeah, side note.
But yeah, ultimately going back to Murphy's and from the showrunner perspective, I will get to take a big breath once the show is done, which as of right now, we've already got plans for season 3. Season 2 is going to help flesh out and establish a season 3. So I can tell you right now, there will be 3 seasons at least, if not more.
Hey.
And so,
Hey.
So, it's yeah, from my seat, from where I'm at, it's hard because I I don't get to have that moment, where Matt Murray, for example, who's sitting here hearing this for the first time and really digs it. I have heard that theme music. Um, I think we're on our seventh or eighth different version with
Yeah.
making edits and adjustments along the way. And so for me, I before I send it to the rest of the production team to get their feedback, I've already listened to it 3 or 5 times.
Yeah, and I think, and then like once he sends it out to us, I know I like one of the not this one was the one that I was like, yes, but like the ones before, I would sit there and listen to like 4 or 5 times, just trying to. There's like just pieces that I'm like, something's missing, and I'm trying to listen to it and figure it out. And Mark and I even listened to a couple of them multiple times together, just trying. Like I was like, there's something missing, but I couldn't visualize it or hear it. And so, but yeah, no, it is a lot. I see where you're coming from, bro. I definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah, so it is. Don't get me wrong. It's fun, but to me it's a job, and it's something I'm passionate about. It's something I absolutely love doing, but it is a job. And especially when you think about wrangling talent, for example, writing schedules for recording sessions and finding directors and finding all of that. It's a lot of work, and
No,
and
I feel you.
so for me it's great that episode 1 is 95%. I think we've got just a couple of tweaks that need to be made and the new music to get dropped in, and episode 1 will be done.
Nice.
So and like I said, it's been almost a year. I came on board
I'll get to
second.
hear it before anyone else.
Yeah, I came on board just before mid-January.
I remember when we
So-
talked. I remember our conversation about that. I remember our conversation about, hey, I'm thinking about jumping in on this. What do you think? And I was like, hey, man, it's on you, bro. It's all on you.
Well, and if you remember, we actually announced the Murphy's Inc. auditions on this show
Yeah.
before we even knew who was running it. We just found
Yeah, that's right.
we found the
put it-
casting call online, and we're like, hey, let's talk about this.
Yeah, put it out there.
And I got in last second.
Yeah, no, because actually, when I first saw, I remember seeing it on the page. I was like, Murphy's Inc. Like for some reason, like I was like, why are we talking about this? Because I thought for some reason, I don't know why, when I first saw it and I didn't really read into it, I thought that was some kind of Murphy Brown spinoff. Honestly,
Yes, you did.
I thought it was.
I have gone back and listened to the episode. When we had all the writers on, you talked about it then. And when we talked about it on the initial episode, genuinely, you for some reason thought it was.
Yeah, for some, like literally some reason, I thought it was some Murphy Brown, like spinoff or like just, and I was like, oh, I don't get it. And then once I finally heard about, I was like, oh, okay, I like this idea. So, but yeah, yeah, foolishness on my end.
Well, I think now is a good time to wrap her up.
Yes, sir.
I've it's a privilege to get to be able to bring some of this content. What in the hell does that say? The Fantastic?
Oh man,
That says the Fantastic, sir.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was on VHS. And for you younger listeners who don't know what VHS is, it's the precursor to DVDs.
What's a DVD?
Oh, or Blu-ray. I'm sorry.
It's the grandfather, I guess you want to say that.
No, actually,
And
it's
they
not
go and
Betamax.
they do not go into a VHS player. They go into a VCR.
Oh,
Make
I
sure
was
you
like,
get it straight.
what's a,
Get it
somebody,
straight.
Somebody says a VHS player.
These young children, or Gen Z, if you want to call them, they call them VHS players.
You mean a VCR?
Yeah, they say I don't get it, and half of us don't even call this a VHS. We call it a tape.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Is that a
the
dual? Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
dual.
Is that one you
Yes.
can? Oh, I gotta wait till he gets his headset on. Is that one you can burn? You can do like video to DVD, or is that DVD to video, or are they both just completely separate?
I don't know, but ultimately I will be using that to rip the Fantastics into digital.
I will be in Reno later on this week.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. So I'm actually going to be going through a lot of my old VHSs that I have, looking for old content such as Video Newark, television show I used to do back in the day.
Hey, can you find that episode, that one episode I showed up on where we just clowned? I think it was Matt that whole time, right? I think it was just we just made fun of him that entire time.
I'll find what I can find, man.
That was a great episode.
Man. Especially to find the one that got essentially us fired from that show.
Yeah, got you banned.
The April Fool's joke that didn't go too well.
Don't make fun of Rich Swift. God rest his soul. So Tyrus, do you have the Crucible as well?
No, I don't have that.
Oh man,
I have. Well, you guys weren't around, but
I might be able to.
This is Summerfest '98, so this was my very first play. It was Anything Goes, and the other tape that I put up was X Factor. This was actually the first movie that I was in, directed by a local guy named Eric Montero. And it was just his little suspenseful movie. You get to see me running around with some familiar faces like Gabe, and you got Bora Chalabi, Owen Aurelio. All of us are in this flick. And
nice.
Bora, who for those of you that know who that might be, he's now actually on the big screen.
Yeah, one of the stars of Lumpia with a Vengeance.
With a Vengeance,
which I had a pleasure of actually being in. And actually, it's funny. So there's a truck, one of those video trucks that was driving around Vegas. I hadn't seen it. I saw pictures on Instagram the other day, and one of the shots, I'm actually in the background.
Really?
Yeah. It's like one of the climactic parts of the film they're showing on the side of the truck, which is totally awesome. So if you guys please, that's one thing I will say. If you can check this movie out, it's opening. There's still more premiere dates coming out in theaters very soon. If you can go support it, I'm gonna go actually try and go see it again on my days off. I'm gonna try and go see it at the AMC out here, or I think it's the AMC or the Regal. I don't remember which one. Whichever one, I'm gonna go find it. I know it's in some of the areas. It's out near you, Tyrus. So if you can go check it out. Area. Yeah, I know there's a number. Yeah. There's a number of locations in the Bay Area. If you can go see it there, I think. I'm not sure about I'm not sure about Reno, Mark. But wherever you're listening to it, go to Lumpia with a Vengeance on Instagram, and they're dropping premiere dates all the time. So go support them. It's an independent movie that was shot with a lot of love, and it's so much fun. And it literally was a labor of love, and they put a lot of heart and soul into this film. So the support, show it. Bay Area natives from Daly City.
Lawrence, man.
Yeah.
Lawrence actually was the assistant director of
Crucible.
Yeah. When we were in it, yeah.
Yeah, Lawrence, he's one of the producers on it, executive producers. He has put a lot of work into this film. So, and everybody who worked on this film has done a lot of work. April, who is, she's just kind of blew up after this film. She's been on a number of different shows, working in LA and everything else. But if you go to that page on Instagram and just see the videos, just the love that these guys exude and the way they talk about the film, you'll want to go see it. I saw the Vegas premiere that they did was a lot of fun. But yeah, go see this film if you can. And I'll stop.
No, there's nothing wrong, of course, with giving love to creative that you've been involved with and worked on, and
Yeah.
that's what we're here for, is to promote good content. So
Yeah. So I mean, like they said, they were one of the one of the first independent films ever to premiere at Comic-Con, and they actually opened Comic-Con. Like, that's huge. This is not some blockbuster or anything else. I mean, this is it's very indie. But it looks professional, and everything about it is professional. But like I said, it's a independent film that opened Comic-Con. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. And so, like, that's a huge deal. So make sure you get out. And just a lot of the awards and the little, from other film festivals from Hawaii to I think somewhere, it might have been Canada, I don't know, whatever. But just go support this film. That's all I can say. Go support it. You will like it. If you don't, you can come back to me and tell me you didn't like it, and I'll say sorry, but thanks for your support anyways. So please, if it comes to your area, check it out.
very good. Well, Tyrus, you're our guest for the night, so thank you for being here. Anything you want to close us out with?
Yeah, just be on the lookout for Murphy's Inc. We have that tentative date. We got our little teaser. And of course, once again, guys, thanks for having me.
Oh man, no, the pleasure. It's always a pleasure, man.
And
yes, the pleasure has been all yours.
and I will be in Nevada by the weekend, so you might see me floating around with Mark at some point,
Probably
getting a drink or doing something. And
hey, just make sure you don't say anything about whose work it is.
Hey, we're if we get together, or when we get together, we're gonna have a great time, and you never know, you might see some fantastics pop up on the show at some point in time.
And did you go to Shish Boom last time you were there?
Yes, we
yes,
did.
we did.
Oh,
yes, we
yeah,
did.
yeah. Okay.
We'll probably have to do some Never Ending Pasta Bowl.
Oh, that's back, huh? Yeah.
Yes,
That sounds delish.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Other than that, I'm gonna nerd out and go watch some more anime. My favorite anime is on Disney Plus, and I can't wait to go watch it.
Which one?
Bleach.
Oh, that's on there now?
Look at all the Funko Pop. Those are all Bleach.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm a nerd, man. I have a problem. I know. I have a problem.
It's all good, bro. Hey, that's what we do here.
It's been great, guys.
All right. Have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow. Maybe.